everyone, I'm Vanessa Cicero, and today we're going to be talking about how to facilitate Chalk Talk discussions using Lucid. Chalk Talks are a silent, collaborative way to respond to text, generate ideas, check on learning, and solve problems. The key is to reflect on text and respond to it in a productive manner. And then once you have your initial ideas out there, to collaboratively build off of each other's thinking in a silent way where you're only focusing on that text and not worrying so much about whose turn is it to talk and those other things related to a verbal conversation. Once you've completed a chalk talk silently, you can always use that then as a springboard to a verbal conversation. So the first step is to identify the title of the text that you're going to be analyzing and make sure that the students have access to it. If it's a PDF or a link to a website, you could embed that inside of your Lucid Spark document, or you could just pass out a paper copy of the text that they'll be discussing. Then the students use the key to pull out their initial thinking. So they might pull out their initial questions, the main idea, connections to self, other texts, and the world. Then as these start coming out, students are pulling them out all at the same time. Then they can start building off of their classmates' ideas, or even just elaborating on their own ideas through giving reasoning behind their questioning, backing up their main idea with evidence from the text, expanding their connections that they're making. So you can see that this will just continue to grow as they start to analyze the text. So in order for the teacher to set this up, we do have a Chalk Talk template. You can search inside of Lucid Chart for Chalk Talk, and then your Chalk Talk template will pop up. Then I'm just going to grab that edit link and go ahead and send that out to all my students, and they'll all join the same board and we'll start collaborating together. Then you'll notice that they can use some of these shortcuts to help build this. So I'm going to drag out a main idea. I'm going to write one of the main ideas just by double clicking inside of the shape. And then I use these red shortcut buttons to pull out, and you can add those lines to connect to each of these sections. Then if I click and drag out from a document, you'll also notice I get a shortcut menu, so I could also pull out those shapes from there as well. You'll also notice that if I pull out, this will automatically grow just by clicking this grow button. It'll automatically grow the canvas, and this is an endless canvas, so the discussion can keep going and there is no end to the discussion. One last thing, of course, before I send this out, I would probably click and highlight and lock my key so that as the students are writing, they don't accidentally delete the key.